It's the moments that make a candidate and the moments that break a candidate often. This week is one of the biggest weeks for those vying for the Oval Office. It's the first primary debate, the candidate's first opportunity to show all of America what they're really made of. We have been watching these campaigns. We watch them working the corners of the states like Iowa, like New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada. But this week on the big stage, we get a chance to see who they truly are, what they have learned about how they compete with each other, against each other, and react without scripts. They all want the same job, so who is ready for it? Looking back at past debates, I thought it was really cool this week. We've seen candidates on the stage with the same views, same goals going head to head. But it was how they were able to interact with those peers at that time in real time that defined the candidates. Watch.
The fact is, Marco, you shouldn't compare yourself to Joe Biden. And you shouldn't say that that's what we're doing. Here's exactly what we're doing. You have not been involved in a consequential decision where you had to be held accountable. You just simply haven't.
This country already has a debt problem. We don't need to add to it by electing someone who has experience at running up and destroying the credit rating of his state.
That's what Washington, D.C. does. The drive-by shot at the beginning with incorrect and incomplete information, and then the memorized 25-second speech that is exactly what his advisors gave him.
That was tough for Marco. Meanwhile, there is no doubt that this week will be a challenge to see how these candidates handle the criticism or personal jabs by their opponents.
I believe it. No, I believe you know politicians much better than I do, because for 40 years you've been funding liberal Democratic politicians. And by the way,
I funded you.
The
I
reason
funded him.
You're welcome to have the check back.
I funded this guy
because
for the book.
Donald,
thank you for the book. Go ahead.
Donald, you can get back on your meds now.
There's a lot of fun up here tonight, I have to tell you. Thank you for the book.
Donald, relax.
Go ahead. I'm relaxed. You're the basket case. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't get nervous. Go ahead.
I promise you, Donald, there's nothing about you that makes anyone nervous.
You're losing so badly.
Watching this.
You don't know what's happening.
Gentlemen.
Don't you want to just keep on watching? All right, for some, this week it'll be a test on whether or not they can stick to their talking points.
It's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see. No doubt about that.
But you can't name the third one?
The third agency of government,
Yeah.
I would do away with the education, commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
Wow, he never recovered, ended up being energy, and he used to run it. For others, it will be a clear lesson on why you should never shy away from the question or the press who is asking the question.
You also said poor kids lack a strong work ethic and proposed having them work as janitors in their schools. Can't you see that this is viewed at a minimum as insulting to all Americans, but particularly to Black Americans?
No. I don't see that. They could do light janitorial duty. They could work in the cafeteria. They could work in the front office. They could work in the library. They'd be getting money, which is a good thing if you're poor. Only the elites despise earning money.
But Governor,
he also said his daughter worked as a janitor too, and the crowd went crazy. It'll be an opportunity to test the sincerity of your opponents.
You didn't pull this ad.
Yes, I did.
This that ended up in the man's windshield yesterday? That questions my. This is an attack piece.
That is not by my campaign.
What says paid for by John McCain?
That is not by my campaign.
McCain 2000.
That is
John?
not by my campaign.
Well, then somebody's putting stuff out.
Wow. And for one candidate, it'll be their moment to show the American people that they are just simply ahead of the pack.
First of all, Rand Paul shouldn't even be on this stage. He's number 11. He's got 1% in the polls, and how he got up here, there's far too many people. Anyway.
Do we want someone with that kind of character, that kind of careless language to be negotiating with Putin? Do we want someone like that to be negotiating with Iran? I think really there's a sophomoric quality that is entertaining about Mr. Trump. But I am worried. I'm very concerned about having him in charge of the nuclear weapons, because I think his response, his visceral response to attack people on their appearance, short, tall, fat, ugly. My goodness, that happened in junior high. Are we not way above that?
I never attacked him on his look, and believe me, there's plenty of subject matter right there. That I can tell you.
These are the moments that some candidates want to forget, but there were also the moments that some will never forget, because what you choose to do in those moments can ultimately decide whether or not you will be the nominee or even the president of the United States. But before we look ahead to Wednesday's big Fox News debate, we took to the streets to see how much the voters know about the candidates who are about to take the stage.
This is candidate number 1. Can you tell me who this is?
New Jersey Beach Town, having a good time. I don't know his name off the top of my head right now, no.
The New Jersey guy, Chris, I forgot his last name.
And I remember him sunbathing.
I want to say he's like a Republican who is probably anti-Trump. I think I know that about him.
It is time to get the showman off the stage.
Chris Christie.
Okay, who is this?
Oh, I've heard of this guy, yes.
He was the one that sang the Eminem song not that long ago.
He opens his mouth, but the words won't come out.
He's a new wave, not a dinosaur, which is good.
Oh, I'd never seen him before.
I don't remember his name.
His name's Vivek.
Okay.
Can you tell me who this is?
Looks familiar. Of course, it's Donnie.
Of course, the one and only, Donald Trump.
Potentially one of the only people that will restore any form of justice to America.
Which is so true. I see it. I see the love and devotion.
I know a lot of people don't, but I'm going for him because we were doing better when he was.
Do you know who she is?
She looks very familiar, but I can't think of her name.
No idea.
It's great to see average Americans.
What is she?
She was former governor of South Carolina.
Okay, awesome. Shout out to Nikki Haley.
Okay, who is this?
That is our boy from Florida, Mr. DeSantis.
He has potential, I'll say that much.
He was very anti-lockdown.
Our state is where woke goes to die.
Do you know who this is?
David Goggins. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. I have no idea who this is. I'm going to say Mr. Wilson.
His name is Tim.
He looks like a Tim. I just don't know what kind of Tim. Sanchez?
Close, Scott.
You're such a liar.
Yeah, I tell you, I love people.
All right, can you tell me who this is?
Oh, my God. Yeah, doesn't he do Morning Joe?
Are you serious?
I forgot what station, but yeah, I don't know his name. But
he's a real historian. He knows everything.
Brian Kilmeade.
Kilmeade? What a last name, Brian. Absolutely.
Okay, can you tell me who this is?
That's also Brian Kilmeade. They look alike, like what?
All right, so that was a lot of fun. Hey, it looks like these GOP candidates have a lot to prove to the American people. For example, who they are when they take the debate stage.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.